Welcome to Earth.
This may be the only thing I do that matters.
You know what they say about the crazy ones?
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
You go, Glen Coco.
I understood that reference.
But to me, you've been dead for centuries.
Yes, what the Rock is cooking. Woo!
And here we go.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the Deadlifting Dorks podcast, where we talk about TV, movies, gym stuff. I don't know. We're all over the place most of the time. But as always, I'm joined by my good friend, Big Willie Beats.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Happy we're finally recording this podcast.
Yeah, we've been really slacking on the podcast department.
It's been a while. Our 2 or 3 fans must be pretty upset with us.
Yeah, all 5 of them probably very upset.
Ugh, I hate to let down the fans.
Yeah, but anyways, on to some exciting news. We will be doing an actual live recording in like 3 weeks. Because we'll actually be in the same room together. So that's going to be something special.
Yep, that is true. I'm visiting Salem, New Hampshire, Columbus Day
weekend. Whoa. We don't want them to know where I live, dude.
Dude, they're going to come and probably murder you.
Thanks. Now I'm dead. Now we can't record.
Hey, no problem. I'll keep the podcast afloat without you. I'll pay tribute.
Yeah, just do it by yourself. I'd love to see that. You just talk. Well, hear that. Well, I'll be dead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You had a good run, though.
Yeah, it was a successful life.
That it was. You want to get into Swole Stories?
Yeah, let's get this going.
So Swole Stories this week, we figured we'd talk about our favorite cheat meals because, we put all this work in at the gym and stuff, and what's the point of doing that if you can't just let loose one day and eat everything in sight? So what do you like to eat on your cheat days, Will?
Well, I'm pretty sure we share a common cheat meal, which is got to be Supas.
Supas is fantastic. Tell the people what Supas is.
All right, so Supas is a pizza place. It's not a chain. There's 2 of them. They're around me locally, and it's an average pizza place, except they have ridiculous subs. Like, one of my personal favorites is the Fat Chicken, which is a foot-long sub. It's garlic bread toasted with French fries, mozzarella sticks, chicken fingers, marinara sauce. What am I forgetting, Nick? Cheese? Did I say cheese?
Probably not, but there is cheese.
There's cheese on it, and then it's like an open-faced sandwich, and it's literally heaven on earth. And they have other variations of that. They have like the Fat Cow, which is a burger version. And they have a new one I'm looking to try real soon. Probably going to try when you come down. The Fat Italian, which is, it's got fried raviolis. And I'm fat, or I was fat, so I still love all this stuff.
Oh, absolutely. The Fat Chicken's so good. It's so big that they have to fit it on 2 plates, and then they give you a fork and a knife because it's kind of tough to eat just with your hands because you can't even fold the sub over.
It's orgasmic.
It is orgasmic. That's very true.
And you've never experienced this, but if you get it to go, it actually comes in a small pizza box. That's how big the sub is.
Oh, that's insane.
Oh, wait, I forgot one of the other great things they have. It's called the Steak Stick, and it's 2 pounds of shaved steak with mozzarella cheese in a pizza dough, deep fried. It is the most greasiest, delicious thing you'll ever have.
So good. I've had both the Fat Chicken and the Fat Steak on the several times I visited you, and I really want to extend my palate, so I think I might agree with you and go with the Fat Italian when I come up in a couple weeks.
Oh, it's going to be so good. What were you going to say? No, you go.
I was going to say we should get Supas to sponsor the podcast.
Oh,
so we can just
the
get
official
free
podcast is Supas.
Free Fat Chickens, free Fat Italians, stuff like that. It'd be fantastic.
I think that's a good move.
That's what I'm saying.
But I was going to say I generally eat healthy, like, at the home. Like, the only real cheat meal I'll have is, like, I'll make a homemade pizza or something, and that's still somewhat healthy. But, like, when it comes to, like, cheat meals, I like eating, like, ice cream, candy, Taco Bell, Buffalo Wild Wings, stuff like that. Because generally, I'm eating healthy all the time. And, like, I like healthy food. So I don't really make unhealthy food. So when I want to eat unhealthy, I gotta get the fast food or something. And I love it. I love it, though. Do it, like, once a month, and it's totally worth it.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat with you. Generally at home, like, there's like healthy options at my house. So I'm going to pick those healthy options. But if I'm on the go or if I'm in a rush, it's tough not to just snag some T-Bell or McDonald's or a Baconator or something like that. But pizza is typically my go-to cheat meal. I absolutely love and adore pizza, so that's usually my go-to. Ice cream is always clutch, also always a go-to. During my cheat days and or cheat meals, I'm not generally like a sweets guy. I'm more of carbs on carbs on carbs because I love
Sweets
them.
are carbs.
Love
Sweets are
them
carbs.
so much. It's usually, I eat a lot of bread stuff like pizza, like subs, stuff like that. So big on bread. I'm a big bread guy.
Bread's good. Bread's good.
Bread is good. Love them carbs.
Yo, cheesy bread from Domino's or from Pizza Hut, and you dip it in the marinara sauce.
Cheesy bread's so dope.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty hungry that we're talking about this now.
Yeah, I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings on Saturday, actually, so I'm very excited for that.
What kind of sauce do you get? I know they got like 47 different types of sauces.
So I get the large wings, which comes with like 20 because I'm fat.
Yep.
And you get 4 sauces with that. So I get hot barbecue, honey barbecue, barbecue, and then a chipotle barbecue rub. Because I don't really like the spicy stuff that much, but hot barbecue is spicier than the medium, I'm told. But I don't know, there's just something about like just hot sauce I don't like. But barbecue sauce, all about it.
Yeah,
Oh, and I go boneless, obviously, because it's deep fried.
I agree completely.
And then you gotta get fries with cheese and bacon on it to wash it all down.
Of course.
Oh, it's gonna be so good on Saturday.
The one thing I dislike about Buffalo Wild Wings is that, like you said, if you order a large, it literally says on the menu about 20. They don't give you a specific amount of wings. I don't know why, but I find that kind of frustrating.
Well, every wing's a different size, so it's probably like a weighted thing, I guess. I don't really know.
I don't know. I just feel like if I'm paying like a fixed price for the wings, they should give me a fixed amount of wings.
Why don't you call your local state rep and complain to them? Maybe they'll bring this to justice.
Seems like a hassle.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
No, I didn't think so. Anything else you got for our cheat meals swole story we got going right now?
Well, this isn't really related to cheat meals, but as our fans may know, I've been in a cut, and you are kind of in a cut sometimes.
Trying.
But so I wasn't really happy with how it wasn't working out that well for me. Like I wasn't gaining weight or anything, but I just wasn't losing weight as much as I wanted to. But I really wasn't doing anything. I was just eating less of what I thought. So about 2 weeks ago now, I started counting macros, and I'm doing that for the past 2 weeks now, and I've dropped like 6 pounds already. And I really like it because I'm still eating all kinds of awesome foods that I like. They just have to fit into my macros. Like the other day I had ice cream, and it actually fit into my macros. I had a Reese's cup, fit in my macros. Had some steak, fit in my macros. So if you're someone who's looking at the diet, and you don't want to miss out on all these great foods, if it fits your macros, it's awesome. Like I had chicken nuggets from Burger King the other day, fit in my macros perfectly, and I'm still losing weight. It's great.
There you go. So for somebody who doesn't know what macros is carbs, protein, and fat. Correct?
Yes.
And it's not.
Yes.
It's not so much calorie counting. It's counting those three things.
Like if you eat X amount of fat, carbs, and protein, it'll add up to X amount of calories.
Okay.
But it's not looking at how many calories you're eating a day, but how many carbs you're eating a day, or how many proteins you're eating a day, or how many fats you're eating a day. Because there's an optimal ratio for like muscle building and fat loss and stuff like that. And I don't really know how it works, but apparently it works.
It's all that matters.
Definitely recommend checking it out. And then if you don't have anything else to add, I just want to talk about something funny that happened to me last night.
Yeah, no, just you mentioned that we're both cutting. I just wanted to say that my cuts go really good during the week. Like Monday through Friday, I'm good. And then the weekend hits, and I just have no regard for human life, and I eat everything. And then I gain the weight back that I lost during that week. And it's just a vicious cycle that's been going for a couple weeks. And I need to really bear down, because I only got a couple more weeks left of this cut, because I want to start a bulk October 1st. So I really got to hunker down here. But no, go with your next story.
All right, so because I've been counting my macros, I've realized how precious carbs are, and I don't want to waste them on silly things like protein shakes.
Oh, okay.
Because I use milk for my protein typically, because I don't like the water. It's not thick enough for me.
Yep.
So I prefer milk. But milk has a lot of carbs in it because it's a lot of sugar. It's lactose though, so it's good sugar, so that's cool. I don't want to waste all my carbs on a protein shake, so I've switched to cashew milk, which has I think it's 1 gram of carbs. It might not even be any carbs. It's just mostly fat, but it's so minute. It's 25 calories for 8 ounces of cashew milk, and it's got 2 grams of fat. very fittable into my diet. So I've been making all my protein shakes with that.
Cool.
Now, yesterday was the first time before bed I decided to mix my casein protein with cashew milk. I hadn't done that before.
Yeah.
Up until this point, I've been using water or milk.
You're feeling ballsy?
I was feeling rebellious. Let me tell you, it was a mistake.
Was it?
I don't know if like something in the cashew milk reacts to the casein, but like it thickened up so much, it was like a frothy, goopy, sludgy mess, and it was so thick. I literally poured it into a bowl, and it looked like pudding. And I tried to eat it with a spoon at first, and it was awful, It was disgusting. Like it was goop. It was gross. So I'm back to water for my casein. Needless to say.
A casein protein shake is usually like thick to begin with compared to like a whey protein shake, but I can't imagine it turning into pudding. That's insane.
Yeah, like it's never that thick. And typically what I did with regular milk is I would put like a half a cup of regular milk and then cut it with water. So it's thick, but it's not wicked thick. So I did the same thing to this and it made pudding.
That's crazy.
Yeah, do not do that. Unless you want to eat pudding. But like not good pudding, so.
Does it taste the same?
Well, the casein that I have right now kind of tastes like shit because I got it for free.
Nice.
But it's protein, so I use it. So I couldn't eat the pudding because I usually just chug it and it's all good. But
yeah.
you can't sit and enjoy this. So it did not work as pudding. Other caseins might work better as protein, as pudding. I mean.
Interesting.
This one though, no, do not recommend.
Do not recommend.
Do not recommend.
So I just got one more thing I wanted to add to Swell Stories here. Doesn't have to do with cheat meals or anything, but I recently heard on the radio that there is a new trend in Australia, and it's people putting vegetables in their cereal. Apparently, it's more filling and more nutritious than your general cereal and milk. So that sounds disgusting. I think I'd rather just have the bowl of cereal and be a little hungry than eat that disgusting mess of milk and vegetables and like Rice Krispies or something. I don't know how you feel about it.
I mean, I'm a big fan of vegetables, but that's just fucked up.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not eating that. No way.
Got some weirdo down in Australia, huh?
Yeah, I like Australia though, but I don't even like fruit in my cereal, so I'm definitely not gonna want vegetables.
No, neither do I, because like fruit can get like soggy, and it's mainly a texture thing for me. But I can't even imagine how like a vegetable would react being soggy in milk. I don't know. Probably not gonna try it ever.
Yeah, not about it. Not gonna try it. No way.
So yeah, that was my last thing for Swole Stories. You got anything, or do you want to move to top news?
Oh, I'm done. Let's tell everyone our main topic is first.
Our main topic is the top news because we're just bad at topics, so we just figured we'd talk about news instead.
I actually blame the viewers for not tuning into us and telling us what they want our topic to be.
We are always open to suggestions about anything, so if you guys don't like this news episode, then tweet at us.
It's your fault. It's your fault if you don't like it.
Exactly.
But seriously, we love you.
That we do. So the first thing, starting off here, some Star Wars news. Yoda is rumored to be in Episode 8, and the actor who played Emperor Palpatine, Ian McDiarmid, I believe is how you pronounce it, he confirms that there will be no Emperor in Rogue One. So your thoughts about that?
Well, definitely look forward to seeing Yoda again. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Plus, like Yoda with Rey. Oh, it just sounds awesome. And I don't know if I'm buying Ian McDiarmid. He could just be misdirecting us.
He could be. I would love to see Emperor Palpatine in Rogue One, but
like maybe it's not like him on screen, but like a hologram or like a phone call or whatever to Darth Vader. That's all I need.
Yeah, because we already have Vader, so I'm cool with that. That's really all I need. So in Episode 8, do you think Rey will carry Yoda around in that backpack like Mark Hamill does?
No, I think Chewbacca will.
Chewbacca will carry him around?
Yeah.
Seems fitting.
I think Chewbacca would do it.
Well, there's no Han, so he needs a new best friend.
Exactly. Chewbacca and Yoda, spin-off movie.
After the Han Solo film?
Yeah. Like
a buddy cop film with Chewbacca and
Yoda. Yeah, it sounds great, right?
Kind of like a Lethal Weapon duo sort of thing.
Exactly like Lethal Weapon.
They should do that.
I'd watch it. I'd absolutely watch it 100 times.
Disney, if you're listening, we don't care. Just take that idea and make the movie.
We'll write the script for you. Free of charge.
That'd be a trash script.
Hey, just to interrupt you,
Yep.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has been doing these things on the Represent website where he like sells shirts or whatever.
Yep.
I bought one of them before. It was a tank top. It said, "Come with me if you want to lift," and it's like a picture of Arnold.
Yeah.
And I know I showed you the other day, I tagged you in a picture of him wearing a hat that says "Make America Lift Again."
Yes.
And I've been trying to figure out if you can buy the hat, which up until now I didn't think you could, but I am on his Represent Holdings website thing.
Yep.
And if you buy the hoodie that has a picture of Arnold with an American flag and it says "Made in America," if you buy that hoodie, you get the white "Make America Lift Again" hat free.
How much is the sweatshirt?
It's $45 for the sweatshirt with the hat.
So a hat and a sweatshirt for $45? That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Shipping's probably like $5. Probably like an even 50. That's not bad at all.
No, I'm thinking I might do it. I kind of want the hat. It'd be great for the gym.
I'm definitely gonna contemplate buying that for
at
least a
portion
couple days.
of the. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it. But it ends in 10 days, so you have time. But a portion of the proceeds will be donated to the California Fire Foundation. So
Cool.
it's not like it's just for nothing.
For a good cause.
Exactly. And they have crew necks and hoodies, but I would get a hoodie because hoodies are better.
So on to our next bit of news here. Suicide Squad has entered the top 100 highest grossing movies of all time at the worldwide box office. And the other day it actually passed Captain America Winter Soldier. So that's a good thing, right, Will?
Yeah, this is very good, especially if we want to see more of these films in the future. Even if you didn't like Suicide Squad, we want more DC movies, and making a lot of money is gonna help us get more DC movies.
That's very true. And
I mean, I did like Suicide Squad, though. I just want to add that in.
yeah, I agree. We did do an episode on Suicide Squad. I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie ever. It wasn't the worst movie ever, but it was slightly better than average in my opinion. I mean, it had, just like any movie, it has its problems.
Yeah, but, totally watchable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Better than some of the great Marvel movies, but we have a whole episode on this, so we don't need to go too in-depth into it.
True. So a little Bond news here. There is a report. It is not confirmed by anyone, so who knows if it's true, but Daniel Craig was reportedly offered $150 million for 2 more Bond films. Kind of insane, but I mean, good for him, I guess. I hope he returns as Bond, but I guess he's starting to hate the role, so I don't know if he'll come back.
He's not about it at all. Like he's talked about how much he dislikes it, so
yeah, he's just fed up with it, I guess.
I don't think this is true, though. I feel like this is a lie, because he's not, Daniel Craig's a good actor and all, but there's no way they'd offer him that much money.
That's an insane amount of money.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. There's not too much to talk about with that, since it's not
but Daniel Craig is my favorite Bond. I just want to throw that out there.
I agree with that. Little pop culture news now. Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston broke up. Sad face. So what do you think?
Nick, I think she needs a crying shoulder, and I think you're just the guy for the job.
Think so? I think I'd be pretty good at that job, too.
I think you'd be real good at that.
Taylor, HMU, @ @Staldy_.
Friend of the show, Taylor Swift.
Shoot me a DM. Slide right in there. I actually heard, or I didn't hear, I read an article saying that Tom Hiddleston only dated Taylor Swift so he could be in this, spotlight or whatever, so he could be the next Bond. I don't know how much traction that has, but I think it's kind of funny.
I don't think people that like James Bond are big fans of Taylor Swift. I'm just saying. I don't know if they correlate together,
Yeah, I agree.
But I would like him as Bond. I could see him doing a good job. And it's a great segue from our last bit of news we just had.
True. He'd definitely be a more suave Bond, I think.
Yeah, and British.
That's the one thing you need to be is British.
Yep.
The one prerequisite. So now on to some DC news now. The Booster Gold movie is confirmed to not be a part of the DC Extended Universe, which consists of Man of Steel, BVS, Suicide Squad, and those. It's kind of interesting to me that it won't be a part of the DC Extended Universe since it's a DC movie. But Greg Berlanti is developing this movie, and he's the man behind the Arrowverse on CW. So there's kind of fan theories going around that the Booster Gold movie will be a part of the Arrowverse. What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I think some of our news should be that there is going to be a Booster Gold movie, in case people didn't know that. But I'm all in for a Booster Gold movie. He's a very interesting character. I don't know much about him, but I do know that Rip Hunter is his son, who we already see on Legends of Tomorrow. So It would totally make sense if they were in a connected universe, because then they could have it be like a spin-off from Legends of Tomorrow, and it would flow very well, and they could use Flash and Arrow and Supergirl and Atom and all the cool characters they have in this Arrowverse, opposed to just a solo film. Because those didn't really work that well back in the old, like, not old, but like the Marvel movies, like Fantastic Four, where they were the only superheroes or whatever. Superhero movies work better when there's more superheroes in the world. But now I'm going against it because the Dark Knight trilogy works without that. So disregard what I just said.
Cool. So also, I just wanted to mention that the man writing the Booster Gold movie is Zach Stentz, and he wrote the script for X-Men First Class, Thor: The Dark World, Agent Cody Banks, which is a throwback, and he's also writing the script for Top Gun 2.
All right, Top Gun 2 sounds great. I loved Cody Banks when I was little. Thor 2 was meh. X-Men First Class, awesome movie. And I'm pretty sure he's also written a couple of the episodes of The Flash, and I think he did the one that Kevin Smith directed, which was another good episode. So I think
Yes,
Booster Gold is in Booster Gold's in safe hands with this guy.
Now a little bit of Marvel news here. So the Luke Cage Netflix series has been released to some people, like Kevin Smith talked about on his podcast, and people higher up, not people with podcasts like us. We don't get to do that sort of stuff.
I don't know why we didn't get it.
Yeah, what gives, man?
That's fucked up.
But the early reviews are phenomenal for Luke Cage. Everybody is loving it. I haven't read or seen a bad review yet, which is good. Netflix is just keeping it going strong with the Marvel stuff, so I can't wait to watch it. What is it, 10 days?
Yeah, it's a week from this Friday.
Yeah, September 30th, I believe.
Yes, and I am super excited for it. I took the day off from work. I'm taking the day off from school. I'm going to wake up at 3 a.m. when it comes out, and I'm going to watch it until the end.
Are you?
That's the plan. I'm going to binge it all in one day. I have yet to do that successfully with a Netflix show. I watched Daredevil Season 1 over 2 weeks. I watched Jessica Jones over 4 days. Then I got Daredevil 2, Season 2 in 3 days, and I did Stranger Things in 2 days. So I'm trying to get a Netflix series done in one day, and I think Luke Cage is going to be the one. I made plans to make it be the one.
Is it 13 episodes like Jessica Jones and Daredevil?
Yes, sir.
It is?
It is.
You got 13 hours of TV that day at the very least.
It'll be good.
No, I hope you do it.
Very tiring.
I mean, I'll probably watch it over a week, maybe. It's usually how it goes for me.
That could be our next episode topic.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, actually, that's 2 weeks away. I don't know. Yeah, we're pretty lazy, though, so it'll probably be the next time we record is when we both have watched Luke Cage, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, it depends on how fast we get the ball rolling after this episode.
Yeah, well, school and work and life, it takes up a chunk of your time, you know?
It's not as easy as people think.
And until we're getting paid to do this, we have to do other stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, I remember what I wanted to say about Luke Cage. On the Fat Man on Batman podcast with Kevin Smith, they called the Luke Cage, they said it's almost like The Wire, like a superhero The Wire kind of thing, which I think is awesome, because The Wire is a very good show.
I've never seen The Wire. I've never seen it.
It's a very good show.
I've heard excellent things about it.
But I guess it's kind of like that. So if it's like that, then I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm all in for it. Like I said, can't wait to watch it. Get the whole day planned.
There you go.
Might squeeze some Taco Bell in on that day.
Might as well, right?
I think I will.
So last week we talked about the Deathstroke video that Ben Affleck tweeted out, and I just wanted to mention real quick that Joe Manganiello, I believe is how you pronounce it. I think I got it down finally. Joe Manganiello is Deathstroke. He will be Deathstroke in the Batman solo film. Thought people should know that.
That's what we speculated, and I just want to come clean right now. I fucked up last episode when we were talking about Joe Manganiello. However you say that, I apologize for butchering your last name, Joe. When we were talking about him, I mentioned my only real knowledge of him came from him appearing on How I Met Your Mother as Eric's friend. Upon listening to the podcast, I realized there is no one named Eric. I meant Marshall Erickson, but I kept calling him Eric. And I'm sorry, Jason Segel, because I love you, dude. You're a great actor. But I got your name wrong, and I apologize. I feel terrible.
It's alright. I'm sure he doesn't care that much.
I doubt he heard it. He's not a friend of the show. He can be.
He could be.
Totally could be.
Anybody could be a friend of the show.
Even you.
Next bit of news. The former WWE wrestler Chris Benoit, they are making a biopic about him called Crossface, and the movie is finally moving forward with a new director, Lexi Alexander. Sorry, Lexi. She has worked on Arrow, Supergirl, and Limitless, the TV show. So
she's also done Punisher Warzone.
And Punisher Warzone.
Which is not a terrible Punisher movie. I've actually liked all the Punisher movies. They're not good, but they're good, like, guilty pleasure movies. Anyways, the Punisher and guilty pleasure movies are not what we're talking about right now. So let's go back to the Wolverine, Chris Benoit.
Yeah, so the Chris Benoit story, how he had trouble with CTE and stuff, but his CTE wasn't diagnosed until after his death, and he ended up murdering his wife and his son, and then killed himself, so I guess they're making a biopic about that. The movie seems to be in good hands with Lexi Alexander. She's done some good stuff, so I don't have a problem with this director choice.
Yeah, this is definitely, it's not a story I thought I wanted to see, but now that I know it's a thing, I totally want to see it, and I think she could definitely handle the film the way it should be.
Yeah, I agree. On to our next bit of news here. Billy Crudup, I think is how you pronounce it. Billy Crudup. He is cast as Barry Allen's dad in the Flash solo film. Little fun fact about Billy Crudup, he actually played Dr. Manhattan in Zack Snyder's Watchmen. How do you feel about the casting?
As long as we don't see his giant blue dong, I'm okay with it.
That man is well hung.
I think that was actually a stunt double for his penis.
But it's somebody's penis.
Or a CG penis.
Could be a CG penis. If it's real,
good for you.
Yeah, exactly. Good for you.
Do you think Osmodeus had a giant dick before he got his powers, or his powers gave him the giant dick?
I want to say the powers gave him the giant dick, but that's my initial reaction. If he had it before, then good for him.
Alright, moving on from Billy Crudup's dick.
Enough penis talk. So, I follow Boss Logic on Instagram, and he usually does some good photo editing for people as superheroes. And he did a couple recently. His own personal fan cast is Kit Harington as Nightwing, so he made a photo on that, and it was pretty cool. There's no rumors or anything, it's just his personal fan cast. And he also did one with Zac Efron as the Red Hood, and he also did another one with Ryan Potter as the Tim Drake Robin. And recently Ryan Potter has voiced his opinion and says he really wants to play Robin, and he even made a fight scene video and he sent it to Ben Affleck, which is cool. So what are your thoughts on that?
Who is the first guy? Oh, Kit Harington.
Yep, Kit Harington.
Who we all know as Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
I like him, and he's totally got the Nightwing flow, so I think he could pull it off. He's got the long hair, but he's also built but lanky like Dick Grayson. So I think that could be a good casting for Nightwing, Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think of Efron as the Red Hood?
Well, if you said that like 5 years ago, I probably would have said no, because High School Musical.
Yeah.
But seeing him in his newer roles now, first of all, the dude's fucking ripped. But he could, I haven't really seen him do like an action gritty type of thing, but he can do the comedy, which I don't think we necessarily need for Red Hood, but I would love to see Zac Efron in an action.
Yeah, I would
action
too.
Role.
When I think of Zac Efron, I just think of those High School Musical movies, so I feel like if I saw him as the Red Hood, that's all I would think of. So that's just my feeling on it.
But he's real good in like Neighbors and Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and in the upcoming Baywatch, he's gonna be huge as shit apparently.
I'm sure he will be. And then the last one, what do you think about Ryan Potter for Tim Drake? He actually voiced Hero on The Big Hero 6, and that's really all I know him from.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie, but I hear it's awesome.
Yep.
But know nothing about the kid, but I watched that video of him like fighting guys, and the one he sent to Ben Affleck, and after watching that, I'm totally down for him being Tim Drake.
Yeah, I am too. He'd be a good choice. He's a young guy, so Tim Drake's generally young, so I don't know, everything adds up, so I'd be fine with it too. On to our next bit of news here. Steven Tyler has voiced his opinion that he wants to be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy, that Guardians of the Galaxy being 3 and not 2. He has said that the first Guardians of the Galaxy inspired him to do more acting. So what do you think about Steven Tyler in the acting business?
Can he act? That's my question.
I don't know if he's ever been in anything. I'm assuming even if James Gunn was down for this, it would be like a cameo. It wouldn't be anything major, I'm assuming.
You don't think they'd make him like a new member of the Guardians?
No, I don't think they would.
I'm okay with a cameo then, but if he's got like a major role and he's a crap actor. I don't think I'd like that.
So on to our next thing here. Jurassic World is confirmed to be a trilogy, and the new rumor this week is that the Jurassic World sequel, its budget will be roughly $260 million, which is more than Batman v Superman, I believe. So that's a pretty big budget. I don't even think they need that much. I mean, CGI is expensive, but it can't be that expensive, right?
Dinosaurs aren't cheap.
Apparently not.
I don't know anything, though, about movie budgets or whatever, but I liked Jurassic World a lot, and I want to see more of it, so I'm happy that there's going to be another one, and it's going to be part of a trilogy.
Yeah, it should be good. The first one was good, enjoyable, so I don't see why the next two wouldn't be the same as that.
Fun fact going off of that, Nick and I are going to be Chris Pratt and Jake Johnson from Jurassic World for Halloween.
That's true, but I can't find that goddamn button down on the internet anywhere. So
I still haven't bought any of this stuff either, so we're good.
I gotta figure that shit out. It's pretty soon.
Yeah,
like a month.
We'll lock it down the weekend you come through.
All right, we'll lock shit down.
We'll lock it down.
Little bit of kind of Marvel news, not really. Benicio del Toro, who played the Collector in Guardians of the Galaxy and also starred in Sicario, is rumored for the lead role in the new Predator reboot that's coming out. So I think that's a pretty good casting. He's a really good actor. He's good in things, so I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I like Predator. Interested to see the reboot. That's all I really got to say. Hopefully there's that Arnold cameo. That's all I ask.
I feel like there's got to be.
I would imagine so. Maybe Arnold will be in it as he reprises his role as I think it's Dutch.
Good.
That'd be cool.
But when I saw this news, I typed in Del Toro's name into Google and I did a little research on him, and I did not know that he is going to be in Star Wars Episode 8. I'm going to assume that he's a villain just because he's got that villain face.
Yeah, again, he's a good actor, so I'm totally okay with him being in Episode 8, but I would love to see him go against the grain and not play a villain.
And be a hero?
Yeah.
He could be. I mean, there's nothing confirmed because you know how secretive Star Wars movies are. And our last bit of news here. There is a Stan Lee action-adventure movie in the works at Fox. You might be thinking that this is a biopic, but it is not. Stan Lee will be the main character. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's... Do you know the actual premise? It's gonna be like a Stan Lee as like a spy, or like it's like they described it as a mix of James Bond and The Kingsman, and I think it's awesome. It sounds awesome. I totally want to watch that. And you may be thinking, Fox, they're not that great, but Deadpool. Come on.
That's one. They're like one for
all right, but the newer X-Men movies are pretty good too.
Yeah, well, I'd love this movie to be good, but I'm not going to make any assumptions about it.
I can't wait for it.
Is there a release date? It's probably at least a couple years. It's probably just in development now, I'm assuming.
It's definitely far away, but I look forward to it.
Hopefully Stan Lee doesn't keel over by then.
That's messed up, man.
What?
That's messed up. Take it back.
Is it? Sorry, Stan. I take it back.
He's a friend of the show, all right?
Maybe I take it back.
Whoa.
You want to go to Weekly Roundup? That's all I got for news, unless you want to add something.
Nah, that's it.
So our Weekly Roundup here. What have you been up to, man?
Well, it's been a little while since we last recorded here, but during the course of that time, I saw Don't Breathe in theaters, which was awesome. It's not exactly like super scary, but it's a really good thriller, and it's different, I think. Stephen Lang is awesome. Totally want him to play Cable now. He's a ripped old dude, so he'd be perfect for that. But everyone should see this movie because it's crazy. It's good. It deserves all the hype it's getting. And then I also saw Blair Witch, which is not a great movie that's out right now. It's basically the original.
It's still set in the woods and everything like that?
With newer people. It's literally the same movie. They're going to find the witch again, except this time it's because the main character's looking for his sister, who is the girl from the first one. The last 15 minutes is pretty suspenseful and entertaining, but like... No? It's not that great. I wasn't even that scared watching it. Nah, not really. But because of seeing those movies, I've been on a bit of a horror binge. So I watched Evil Dead, the 2013 remake, reboot, whatever it was, because it was directed by the guy that directed Don't Breathe, and I liked it. It's similar to the original, obviously, but it changes the story and it works well. What it does. And then I watched Trick or Treat, or I think it's pronounced Trick or Treat, but it's with an R. And it's directed by the guy who did Krampus. And you know I'm a big fan of Krampus. It's a horror anthology Halloween story thing. They're all kind of connected. It's good. Totally worth checking out. It's got like some weird random actors that you didn't expect to be in it either. So get on that, Nick. And then I got one more thing, but it intertwines with yours, so we can talk about it then.
Does it intertwine with mine? Huh.
It does.
Okay. So I guess I'll start off with the fact that I recently started getting exertion headaches at the gym, and let me tell you, they are horrible. So I was at the gym last week, maybe, and I was benching. It was doing a little too much weight to not have a spotter. It's kind of in a fight or flight situation because I didn't want to have anyone run over and lift the bar up for me. So I literally took the rest of the energy I had to get it up back on the rack, and then I sat up and I felt like somebody hit me in the back of the head with a baseball bat, and I had the worst headache I think I might have ever had in my life. And the rest of the workout, I kind of had like a dull headache. And then next day at the gym, I would go on the treadmill just to warm up, and I just kept getting a headache whenever I would do anything. So I asked the internet, and they said it was an exertion headache, and it has to do with the nerves in your head, and the only way to fix it is just to take a couple of days off from the gym. And I still got an exertion headache, but they are finally gone, thank God, because they are horrible. And that's about it for exertion headaches. And I also watched a couple of things this week. Finally watched The Killing Joke. Been a long time coming, and I thought what?
Oh, jeez. You
Months
just
in
watched
making.
that now? That's, oh man.
But yeah, I watched it.
Yeah,
it was
okay.
very meh to me. It was the whole first,
I liked it.
20 minutes, half hour, whatever, just seemed totally unnecessary to me. But I don't know. It was okay. I kind of liked the ending where you just don't actually know what happens. The movie just ends. Kind of like that. Big fan of that kind of stuff. What'd you say?
It's just like the book, though.
Oh, is it?
That's just
but
like
I don't know.
the
It
book.
was alright. I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Just kind of a movie to me. Also watched Kingsman this week, and that was a very good movie. Kingsman
so good.
is dope. It was very fun. I was into it the whole time. It's funny. It's got pretty much everything I want in a movie. And Kingsman is considered a comic book movie, right? It was a comic at one point.
It's like a very loose adaptation of a comic, yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Forgot the main... They call the main character Eggsy. I forgot his name in real life.
I think it's Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton?
I think that's it.
But he gives a really good performance, and I know people have been fan casting him as either... Maybe... Did I see Nightwing or Red Hood? People are fan casting him as. But I'd like to see him in other stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing him in more movies.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's in my top 10 of 2016.
There we go.
Which you can find at willwatchesmoviesblog.wordpress.com.
Also, another thing I watched was the Netflix original Ark, spelled ARQ, starring Robbie Amell, which is Stephen Amell's cousin. It's got the Groundhog Day thing where time keeps looping, but in this case, there's actually a reason for time looping. And I'd categorize it as a thriller. It also has Rachel Taylor in it, who plays Patsy Walker and Jessica Jones. I really enjoyed it. I suggest it. I don't think you've watched it yet, but I think you should get on that.
No, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I was gonna see it before you even told me it was good, so.
No, it's a cool movie. It's not gonna win like an Oscar or anything, but I don't know, that's the best way I can describe it, is that it's a cool film.
I will get around to it eventually, and maybe we'll do an episode on that too. Who knows?
Two more quick things. Batman Telltale Episode 2 comes out tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited to play that.
Let me stop you right there, because this is where we tie in, because I got the game last week, and I played about a half of the first chapter, and I liked it, and I'm the Batman, so I'm a fan.
There you go. And my last thing, Supergirl is now on Netflix, so I have to catch up before all of the Arrowverse shows start.
That you do. I still need to catch up on Arrow, though, so...
Yeah, it's just, as for Arrowverse shows on Netflix, it's just Supergirl right now. Flash, Arrow, and Legends, the updated seasons aren't up yet, which is kind of a downer. You got anything else for Weekly Roundup? Because that was my last thing.
Nope, I think that's it. Or actually, I did watch Spy. It's wicked funny. Jason Statham's great. That's it, really, though. Just want to let everyone know that movie's good, so you should watch it. Because I was initially a little off-put by it, because Melissa McCarthy is a hit or miss with me. But Spy's very funny. Check it out. Now I'm good for tweets.
Cool, let's move on to tweets. So our first tweet here is from Ordway, with a 0, and he asks us, what are your top 3 guilty pleasure movies? So do you want to get us started?
First on my my list is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, the 90s schedule. The schedule. Why did I just say schedule?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's the 90s sequel. That's why, because I was trying to say sequel and I said schedule. It's the
Close.
sequel to the first Teenage Mutant Turtles movies in the 90s. It's great, but upon watching it again in later times, I realized it's not that great, but I still love it, even though I know it's not good. I mean, Vanilla Ice is in it, and he makes the ninja rap. Come on.
Go Ninja.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
What else you got? Or do you want to pass it back and forth, or do you want to just run through them?
Oh, I can run through them if you want. Next, I got Jurassic Park 3, another sequel that isn't
That's
that
a
great
Vince
either.
Vaughn one?
Nope, that's The Lost World, which it's not as bad as I thought it was upon watching it again. It's the third one where the velociraptors randomly have hair, and the Spinosaurus kills the T-Rex, which is just fucked up. But I still like it. It's dinosaurs, and they look real. And there's lots of velociraptor stuff, and I'm a fan of the velociraptors. And we did see...
Did I tell you about the concept art for Jurassic Park 4 that never happened?
With, like, the dinosaur soldier people?
Yeah, so, like, it wasn't going to be, like, a dinosaur villain, per se, but in Jurassic Park 4, the concept art, there was going to be dinosaur-human hybrids. Could have been awful, but that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, I also agree that would have been bad. But Jurassic Park 3, not a good movie, but I like it.
Cool.
And then last on my list, I have Daredevil, the movie. The director's cut, though.
Love that movie.
I've talked about it before. The
So
director's
many
cut
times.
changes the movie. It's so good. I know the regular version's bad, but if you watch the director's cut, it's amazing. Plus Ben Affleck. All right, that's
all you
it,
gotta
though.
say. It's Ben Affleck. That's it.
Ben Affleck. All right, come on. What do you got?
So I pulled a U this week, and Ordway asked us for 3, but there's way too many movies on this list. So to first start off, I put National Treasure 1 and 2 with Nicolas Cage and Doug from The Hangover.
That's right, he is Doug.
He's Doug. But I love those movies. They're great. And they're actually making a National Treasure 3, and it is currently in development, according to IMDb. So I'm excited about that. Next on my list is the entire Austin Powers trilogy. As a kid, I loved those movies, and I'll still watch those if they're on TV now. Huge fan. Mike Myers is hilarious as whatever Austin Powers, just the big James Bond spoof. I love those. And lastly, I put any Adam Sandler movie, because if Adam Sandler's in a movie, I'll watch it, even if they're horrible, because he hasn't really made a good film since, I don't even know, early 2000s maybe. It's had a bit of a rough stretch.
Actually, that new one on Netflix, The Do-Over, I liked it a lot, but it might just be because it's Adam Sandler, like you said.
Yeah, Adam Sandler used to be good in things. Now, I don't really know what he's doing. But whatever. He's making money. I'm sure that's all that matters to him.
Good for him. It's a real solid list you got there, though. I like it. I'm a fan.
When I said any Adam Sandler movie, so this list contains like at least over 10 films.
Yeah, it's a big list.
Just no regard for rules right now.
Sorry, Ordway.
Sorry, man. On to the next tweet. This one is from @Jardaman42. Don't know if I said that right.
I think it's Jardaman, but I don't know.
Jardaman.
Like, yeah, you're the man, like that.
Word.
Okay.
So I butchered that. Do you guys consider Morgan Freeman as one of the greatest actors ever? Do you consider him one of the greatest actors ever, Will?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. I don't know if he's good. Maybe it's just his voice. It just sings lullabies to me, and I think he's good. You think he'd be as good of an actor with a different voice?
I don't know. Maybe not. That's a really good...
I thought about that.
It's a really good...
I don't know.
Insightful question.
If he had one of our voices, he'd probably never get a job again.
No way. Not at all.
Our voices are like nails on a chalkboard.
Worse than that. Like...
What's worse than that?
Like forks in a garbage disposal.
Screwdrivers in a blender.
Yep.
Jardaman also sent us another tweet. He asks, have you ever thought of having a special guest star on the podcast? Have we?
Friend of the show, Jon Favreau, has expressed interest.
That's not true.
He'll be on real soon.
God, I wish that was true. That'd be great.
It is true. Just wait for it.
I'll be waiting.
Jon Favreau, friend of the show.
Huge. We should send him, once we make our Deadlifting Dorks shirt, we should just send one to Jon Favreau.
I think that's a great idea. We should absolutely do that.
That's what I'm thinking. We'll write that down on the to-do list.
Yeah, add that to the roster there.
So we got 2 more tweets here, both from @JohnnySkrills. The first one, he asks, in honor of the NFL being underway, I ask you, what is the best sports movie ever made? So I know you're a huge sports nut, Will, so you got to be a fan of sports movies. So what do you got here?
Love sports. I'm gonna go with the Mighty Ducks trilogy.
That's a good trilogy.
It's a good trilogy, right? You know what? I want a reboot sequel where Charlie is now the coach of the Mighty Ducks instead of Gordon Bombay.
Not Emilio?
Emilio is now Hans, the old skate sharpener guy.
Jesus.
Oh, yes.
Is Foggy Nelson still on the team?
He's kind of old to be on the team, don't you think?
Just a team full of kids and then just Foggy on the bench. What about Kenan Thompson? Is Kenan Thompson in that movie? Did I make that up?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's the one that invents the knuckle puck.
I forgot about that. Oh man, that's great. Kenan Thompson will be in it.
Yeah, he'll be like assistant coach or something.
I feel like they need to make like a new shot instead of the knuckle puck. They need like a new one.
What else can you do to the hockey puck to make it a new shot?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not too hockey savvy, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask.
I don't know. Hey, viewers who know a lot about hockey, tell us the new knuckle puck, all right?
Tweet at us about the knuckle puck. So I guess I'll put in my 2 cents about the best sports movie ever made. If I'm being serious, I'm a big fan of Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington.
That is a very good movie. Very good movie.
And I'm also a big fan of Moneyball with Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill.
It's another good movie, actually.
If I'm talking about shitty sports movies, maybe Dodgeball with Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller.
That's another good one.
What else? The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Jon Favreau, friend of the podcast. I feel like I can think of one more.
What about Miracle? Miracle's great.
Miracle?
That's Miracle, you know, with like my boy Kurt Russell playing Coach Herb Brooks.
No, that's seriously a very good movie, not one of my joke movies.
Oh, no. I was saying it was a good movie. I wasn't saying it was a joke movie. No, that's a good one. That's it. I can't think of anything. What about Space Jam?
I love Space Jam, but I touched on that an episode or two ago.
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack's a great movie. Love that. Caddyshack's dope. With Chevy Chase and Bill Murray and Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah. I feel like there's a not another sports movie or something like that where it's like a scary movie where it spoofs all sports movies. What about that one? Is that one good, Nick?
Oh, The Comebacks with
Is that what it is? That's what it is. David Koechner or whatever his name is the coach. Yeah.
With Packard from The Office.
Yeah,
he's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've actually seen that movie too many times, and I'm kind of ashamed to say that I've seen it probably more than 5 times.
I think I've seen it like once. It wasn't that bad, I guess.
It's a very bad movie.
It's not that bad.
Pretty bad. But next tweet, I guess. The last one from @JohnnySkrills. He asks us what superhero/villain would win in a triathlon. Right off the bat, I'm thinking Flash, because he's just the fastest man alive, other than Reverse Flash and Zoom, of course. But what do you think?
I'm going to give it to any speedster. Flash, Reverse Flash, Zoom, Quicksilver, Jay Garrick Flash, Johnny Quick, Jesse Quick. Just any speedster. Silver Surfer, maybe? I don't know.
Just cheats and he's on the surfboard the whole time?
Yeah.
What about that new speedster from the DC
Godspeed?
Rebirth? Godspeed, who just murders everyone.
Don't know anything about him, but he looks badass as fuck, and I am reading the current run of Flash, but I'm just like 4 issues behind, so I have not met Godspeed yet. But yeah, he's probably a good contender for the triathlon as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Flash is plural. Like, what are we counting? Like Superman? Like, are we making him run? Can he fly? Like,
nah, Superman's not as fast as the Flash.
Didn't they race once?
Yeah, and the Flash let him win if he won.
Oh, really? But on a serious note, I'm gonna go Batman, because I feel like Batman will find a way to win somehow.
Batman does always win, so that's a good...
Batman's just the fucking man.
It's a good pick. Oh, what about Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic? But is he... Yeah, we'll put him in this category. Sonic would be cool.
Or the kid from Incredibles.
Dash?
Is that his name? Dash, yeah.
The Incredibles was actually on yesterday. I watched a little bit of it.
I have the Blu-ray. Love that movie.
Such a good movie.
It's real good.
Incredibles 2 is coming out in like a year or two.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
So that's all we got for tweets. Will, anything you want to add to the end of the podcast?
I just want to say I'm amazed that we talked this long about nothing.
We did. We didn't even have a topic. What are we going to call this podcast? What am I going to label it as?
Just don't give it a title.
Just blank?
Just blank.
We could do that.
No, that sounds awful. We'll figure something out.
Maybe we'll leave it blank. Keep everybody on their toes.
We'll just call it Untitled Episode 5.
We could do that.
The episode formerly known as Episode 5.
I like that, actually. I like that a lot.
Did you know there are Cheetos chicken fries?
Yes, I did. I recently saw a commercial with the Cheetos Cheetah.
Chester Cheeto.
Is that his name?
That's his name.
Huh.
I just saw a preview for it.
Yeah.
And they look awesome.
TV's on right now. Magnificent 7 trailer. That comes out this week.
Going to see that Thursday night in IMAX. Very excited.
I'm pretty excited for that movie. Really hope it's good. I haven't read any reviews yet.
I've heard some good things about it.
I don't know how I feel about Chris Pratt being a cowboy.
Anything with Chris Pratt is good if you ask me.
I want to see Magnificent 7 this week, but my nephew really wants to see Storks, so I might see Storks instead.
What a good uncle you are.
I try. Storks movie actually looks really funny.
No, it does look funny. I like Andy Samberg, and I believe he's the stork.
He is the stork. So I'm pretty excited for that. That's it, man. Another poor ending to the podcasts.
And that's the end of the show, Nick. Why don't we tell everyone where they can find us?
Oh, you're telling me? Damn, I don't think I've done this before.
I know, I figured I'd switch it up a bit.
Jeez, you tossed me right on the spot here. Spotlight's on. So you can find us on Twitter at Deadlifting Dork, singular, not plural. You can find Will at Big Willie Beats. You can find myself at Staldy_. Check us out on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/deadliftingdorks. Plural, or you can find us on iTunes, Deadlifting Dorks. Just type it in the search bar. We don't have a Facebook. We don't have a Snapchat. We just got Twitter, right?
Yeah, we just got Twitter, but those could be future things. Who knows?
Maybe if we get popular ever.
Yeah. But thanks for listening, guys, and please subscribe to either our SoundCloud or our iTunes or both, and follow us on Twitter.
Please do.
Thank you.
Suggestions for next episode would be much appreciated.
Or we'll do Luke Cage or Ark, but we want to hear your opinion, so let us know, guys and girls.
And remember, everyone, Oxford's not brogues.
Alrighty then.
That's all, folks.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
May the force be with you.
Hasta la vista, baby.